Good evening, everybody. As always, we want to thank God for another day. Thank Him for allowing us to be better than we were yesterday. Um, this evening, I want to say, we as people, and I'm talking about all people. I'm talking about all people. All people, whether you're black, you're white, you're whatever race, whatever male, female, whatever. All people. We need to learn how to keep our mouth off of people. We need to learn how to keep our mouth off of other people. And we'll have our mouth on somebody when our stuff is the same way that their stuff is, but just in a small, different realm. You'll see somebody, she's single and sleeping around with everybody. She's sleeping around with everybody. But then you'll be married and you'll be cheating on your husband. You'll see somebody that's they got 2 or 3 kids. Oh, they got 2 or 3 kids, and nobody don't want them. She made all them babies, and now she such. But you got kids that you made while you were married. So then you'll see somebody, they got tattoos, or they look like they sell drugs. They look like they sell drugs. But you use drugs. Or the such and such daughter down the street, she was going to college and then she got pregnant and such and such, I knew that girl wasn't them, but this and that. But then your daughter is in rehab because she's an alcoholic. See, we love putting our mouth on people because we think our stuff is together. We think our stuff is done in a different way. But instead of praying for somebody, instead of giving them words of encouragement, instead of giving them some kind of advice, and instead of giving them some kind of scripture to read or something to help them get through what they're getting through, we want to put our mouth on people. We want to be negative to them. No matter what they're doing, we want to be negative about it. Oh, man, she got, such and such, he used to be on crack and he used to do this and he used to do that, whatever. But you're dating somebody that beats on you. See, we want to put our mouth on people and spread negative things about them. But then our house is a mess. Our house needs to be cleaned up. Our house needs to be swept. Our house needs to be mopped. Our house needs to be cleansed. Our house needs to be prayed for. Our house needs to be washed with His blood. And this is real stuff. You'll point out all the things that I'm doing or that I did wrong, but you're in the same boat that I'm in. You're in the same exact boat that I'm in. The same exact boat. We got to learn to stop putting our mouth on other people. I'm not going to let him see this. I'm not going to let him see his child because he dated such and such. I don't like her, blah, 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 whatever. But you dating somebody that don't even take care of his own kids. You dating somebody that don't even help you out with your child. But you won't let the daddy see his child because he's dating somebody. See, we like to point out things and keep our mouth on people when we should just keep our mouth shut and clean up our own stuff. You worried about me living in a trailer Yeah, man, shoot. That joker live in a trailer. He ain't got no money. He this, he that, he blah, 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 whoop, whoop. But you got a house that all you can do is afford to pay the bills on it. Living check to check to check to check. See, we all going through something. We all going through something. That's why she got diabetes, because she want to do this, she want to do that. When we open our mouth, we ain't got nothing positive to say about somebody. But yet still you walk around here with high blood pressure because you're doing the same thing. It's just a different element. We continuously want to put our mouth on each other about things that, hey, you did this, you did that, you did this. And when you doing the same thing, you're doing the same thing. I told him when he got with her, she wasn't no good. She was this and she was that. She was this and she was that. You telling the whole world, everybody, they can listen. But in the same sense, you go home and both of y'all cheat on each other. Both of y'all cheat on each other. See, we so busy with our eyes and ears in somebody else's house that we're not even paying attention to what's going on under our own roof. We're not even paying any attention. We're not paying any attention. Oh, that girl, she probably got that whatever. She probably autistic because her mama did all them drugs when she was young and this and that and this and that. What? That's not even for you to speak on. But we will put our mouth on everything. We will put our mouth on everything. But then when your daughter or your granddaughter comes out and something is wrong with them, you have nothing to say. You have nothing to say. Learn to keep your mouth off of other people. If you're not speaking positivity towards them, no matter what setback they have, no matter what mistakes they've made, keep your mouth off of them. Keep your mouth off of them. You don't have to be a part of the world that spreads all this business, spreads all this negativity, spreads all this. Because it's not coming from your house. You're reaching into somebody else's house and spreading all these other things. You're talking negative about people that you don't know. You're talking negative about people that you do know, but you're not saying nothing about what's going on at such and such address, which is your address. You're not saying nothing about that. Keep your mouth off of other people. What's going on over there, if you're not going to give any kind of encouraging words to help them get through, then don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Oh, that joker ain't gonna never find no job. That joker ain't never find no job. He been in jail past 3 years. I know he ain't no good. He ain't never no criminal, blah, 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 whatever. But you understand, your boyfriend ain't the biggest dope boy in Columbus. Now, we have to learn to keep our mouth off of other people. Now, this post, don't get me wrong, this post is not directed to nobody. No, just one person. I'm talking about us as people, all of us. We got to stop putting our mouth on people, on other people. We don't have our stuff 100% together. We don't have the best kids in the world. We don't have the greatest relationship with our whoever. But we're working on it. We're dealing with it. Yeah, we got a past. Everybody got a past. Yeah, we done things that we're not proud of. Some of us are still doing things that we're not proud of. But it's not your place to put your mouth on me to put out what I'm doing and say, that's the reason why this happened. That's the reason why this happened. It's not your place. It's not your place. See, a lot of people tell me that, well, you trying to act different, like you got your stuff together. No, I don't. I don't have it together. But every day I work my butt off to try to get it together. Because see, the difference between me and the Stokes that most people used to know is that now I have opened my mind, my heart, my spirit to God and let him come in and do what he needs to do to my house. And this right here is my house. I've let him come in and reconstruct things. We got to remodel this. We got to redo this. Because you haven't been living right. You haven't been doing what you need to be doing. We gonna change it out we gonna change everything out. We changing out the pipes, we changing the roof, we changing the color, we changing everything. We putting new furniture in here, we changing the whole thing out. Because see now, since I got God on my side, and I speak about him, I talk about him, I praise him, all of it. Since I've done this, you know what this teaches me? It helps me. It helps me how when me and my wife have a disagreement. It helps me deal with that. How to deal with it. Not in a way that Marcus would deal with it, but in a way that, okay, God, how do I handle this? Guide my tongue. Keep my temper at bay. Rid me of this ego. Rid me of this pride. When my kids do something that they shouldn't be doing, how do I handle this, God? When it comes to blueprint, how do I make certain decisions? Lord, I need help. Guide me. When I'm in a disagreement with other people, how do I take care of that? How do I handle this? What do I say? Do I just walk away? Because see, a lot of times we are in a situation that we are in because we are leaning on our own mindset. We're leaning on whatever we want to say to a person, we're going to say it. We're leaning on whatever we're going to do to a person, we're going to do it. And when you do that, you're just giving the devil free range. This is what I want you to do. We got to stop. We have to stop putting our mouth on other people. Your house is not put together. Your house you need to go under reconstruction as well. Get your eyes, get your mouth out of other folks' house and worry about reconstructing your own. Worry about reconstructing your own. Think about that. Think about that before you start saying something about a young lady that's 17 years old and she's pregnant. But then you forget that you had a child when you was 15. But you're going to put your mouth on her and talk about her and degrade her and act like she's the biggest Jezebel in the world. Think about it before you talk about this young man over here beating on this woman and know he wasn't going to be no good and drag his thing through the mud and all this old stuff like that. But yet and still, you still with somebody that y'all fight. The only difference is this woman over here, she gets beaten. Over here in your relationship, y'all fight. So why are you putting your mouth all on them? She such and such son, he got one of them white boys. Such and such son, he got one of them black, he dated one of them black girls. I knew that ain't gonna be out there. I know they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna make it. Blah blah blah. Whatever. But your child over here, dating in the same race and ain't had no luck. Everybody been treating them like crap. But yet these people over here, they making it. They doing good. We always got something negative to say. Always. We always got to say something negative. Why? Why we got to say something negative? Why we got to put our mouth on folks and say something negative? Why we can't have something positive to say? But then you be ready to fight. You be ready to come on Facebook. You be ready to go on Instagram. You be ready to go on Snapchat and everything else. You be ready to go on there and snap. when your business come out, when your business come out, when your mug shot come out, then you want to get on here and tell folks, keep my name out your mouth. But your tongue been swirled all around their name. We have got to do better. We have got to do better across the board as people. As people, we have got to do better across the board because we think that tearing somebody down will lift us up. We think that destroying what somebody else is trying to build will make what we are building even stronger. But we already got cracks in the foundation. There's already cracks in our foundation. The ground not even level. But instead of focusing on what we got, instead of focusing on our foundation, instead of focusing on our house, instead of focusing on the reconstruction of our house, we got our minds and our mouths and our ears in somebody else's house. That ain't right. That ain't right. I just wanted to get on here and encourage you to, if you or somebody you know got their mouth on somebody else, why don't you just, hey, man, don't do them like that. Let them make it. Hey, man, look, we all going through something. We all dealing with something. Ain't nobody doing something perfect. I don't get on here and act like I got the perfect marriage. I'm the perfect daddy. I'm the perfect nothing. Nothing. I'm not the perfect anything. But I don't have my mouth on somebody else. Because God's still working on me. Still under construction. But he can't rebuild what you don't allow him to rebuild. We have to change across the scale, people. We have to change across the scale. You can't just change just this little part of yourself and still be cruel and evil over here. You can't do that. So keep your mouth off other people. Clean your own house. Clean your own temple. Go under reconstruction. I hope everybody have a great week. Stay safe. We got a lot of things going on out here. Stay safe. You know, know your kids' location. Know each other's location. Your wives, your husbands. Talk to each other daily so we'll know, hey, everybody's safe. Be careful out here on the road. We got a lot of crazy people doing a lot of crazy things. You know, talk to your kids about who they're dating and about when to let go, and when they do let go, let them go all the way. Don't turn back. Don't turn back, especially if it's something that can cause them harm. You know, a lot of us know people that are in relationships where there are abusive relationships, and they're not taking it serious. But they need to, and you need to talk to them about it. You might need to reach out to somebody else that can do a better job talking to them, because you know you don't want to be that person when it's too late and can't nobody do no talking, and then we'll just be wishing that we would have said something, we would have did something different, we would have spoke up. You know, sometimes you have to be more than just the ear. Sometimes you have to be a voice. Enjoy your week. As always, until next time, I am the Blueprint.